Today's lesson is on naming angles using 1 and 3 letters. Make sure that you have multiple different colors as you're taking these notes because it will allow you to be less confused and have a better understanding when you have to refer back to them. Okay, let's get started. So we have a couple of sentences here, and the first statement says, an angle is made when two line segments or rays intersect at a common vertex. Remember, a vertex is a point where two lines intersect. So let's get an image or a picture that looks like that. So we have two rays that intersect, and that point's name is A. And you have created one and actually two angles, but we're not going to talk about it. We're just going to talk about the one angle that we see right now. The next statement says angles are named using letters or points. So on this angle over here, since it is only a single vertex and it's not shared, we could say that right there is going to be angle A. Okay? The third statement says angles can be named using either one, which we did in our first picture, or three letters, depending on if it is a shared vertex or not. So we have one that is not a shared vertex. Now I'm going to show you an image of this that is a shared vertex. When I put my points in, I have W, X, Y, and Z. You have the W is your vertex. But as you can see, there are multiple angles that come from the vertex W. You could talk about the green angle that has a vertex of W. You could talk about the red angle that has a vertex of W. And you could also talk about the pink angle that has a vertex of W that goes all the way from X to Z. But does anybody see the fourth angle? And the fourth angle is right here. It's on the backside. It's that really obtuse angle, right? So there are four different angles that have a vertex of W. And for that reason, you need more than one letter to name your specific angle. And this is how we're going to, and now we're going to show you how to do that. So why don't you pause your computer and copy these down. And again, this is the point where I would say using different colors would really help you understand better. Okay, so it says name the following angles. We have two images, and then below that we have one letter, three letters, and three letters. So we're going to name these, and these don't have a common vertex, so they should be relatively straightforward. The one letter is going to be talking about this angle. So we're going to call it angle Y because it is a single vertex and there's no sharing. So we're good. But the other way that we could name this angle, and you will have to name some angles in the future, is with three letters. So and it's going to use the points X and Z. So if we start with Z and go into our vertex Y and finish at X, we would name this angle ZYX. The other way you could do it is if you started at X and went back towards Y and finished at Z, in that case you would name it angle XYZ. So three different ways to name the same angle. What I want you to do right now is to pause the computer and see if you can come up with the three different ways to name the image, the angle on the right. Okay, now that you're back, let's see if you got these correct. The first angle that we're going to talk about, since it's a single vertex, is angle A. The second one, if we started at B, went into our vertex A and finished at C, would be angle BAC. The third one would just be going in the opposite direction, angle CAB. And that brings me to a point right now. When you are writing or naming angles with three letters, there's one rule. And here's the rule. It says when naming with three letters, the vertex needs to be in the middle. Right? If you look at angle Y, when we named it with three letters, the Y was in the middle, ZYX and XYZ. When we named the angle A with three letters, it was in the middle again, angle BAC and angle CAB. So again, the vertex, wherever the corner is of that angle, that letter needs to be in the middle. Okay, let's do a little bit of practice, but now instead of having just a single vertex, now we have a shared vertex. And our vertex in this case is N. And there are 6 different lines, so we're going to write the names of 6 different angles, all having the vertex of N. So if you think about it this way, the letter N is going to be in the middle of each one of them. So let's get started. We're going to talk about the big green angle. So we're going to name that angle, angle ONM. And as we said in the last one, we can go in opposite directions. So instead of angle ONM, the same name would be angle MNO. And they both talk about the same angle. The second angle that we're going to look at is the purple angle. And that angle is angle PNM. Again, N is the vertex that's in the middle. Another way to write the name of that angle would be angle MNP. Again, just reversing the first and third letters. The last angle that we're going to do here is the red angle. And we're going to name that one angle PNO. And then the other way that we could name that angle is angle ONP. Okay, again, I want you to pause your computer right now, look at those, rewind it if you need to, and then I want you to practice writing the angles, the 6 different angles of the shared vertex of E on the image to the right. Okay, now that you're back, we have vertex A and B and C and D. And the image looks like we have 2 triangles. So let's name some angles so that you get an understanding of what we're looking at and how to write the names of those angles, because we are moving into that. So vertex A is going to be right there. So the big green angle, there are 2 ways that we could write that. Angle DAB. The other way we could do it is angle BAD. Again, remember, vertex A means A needs to be in the middle when we're writing them. Another angle, the red angle, is right here, and that would be angle DAC. And then the opposite way to write that one would be angle CAD. And then the third pair of angles that have A as the vertex is the purple angle, and it would be angle CAB, and then the opposite way, angle BAC. So that is all the angles written for vertex A, 6 of them. And we just did that on the last screen, so it shouldn't be very new to you. Let's look at vertex B. And vertex B has a 2 in parentheses next to it. But I'm going to change that to a 3, and I'm going to change vertex D to a 3. And the reason why I'm going to change those to a 3 is because vertex B is by itself. So we could just name it angle B. But if we wanted to name it in 3 letters, we would name it angle CBA, and then we would also name it angle ABC. Again, make sure that you have that common vertex in the middle, or the vertex in the middle. Okay, so that is angle 3 options for vertex B. What I want you to do right now is I'm going to erase all these colors, and I want you to finish for vertex C and vertex D. 6 options for vertex C, 3 options for vertex D, and then we will go over them in class. If you have any questions, watch this video again. Again, I tell you to watch at least 5 times if you're a little bit confused, and it will clarify your confusion. Have a good day. I'll talk to you later.